Hey guys, Coldbrew here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we got big news today. Champion Fusion Fragment Collection event starting next week on the 19th. We'll go over the new champion. It's an amazing champion, fantastic skills. It's gonna change things up, I'm pretty sure. We'll go into that in a bit. But first, there's also some balance changes that are coming to three specific legendary champions. One of them is Ethos. So Ethos, the legendary champion, not many people have him, but if you do, then you know that he can farm Ember campaign the fastest of them all. I do have an Ethos. His A2 will actually now be changed to a 25% weaken on his A2 skill. That's pretty good buff. Just an additional part of damage that he gets, like a 10% more. Might make him more viable in other setups, but again, you need that accuracy for it to actually land. So not so viable compared to, let's say, other champions who offer much more through having a bit of accuracy. And a good example of that is Leorios as a void nuker, right? Next one getting changed into the list is gonna be Inithwe. So Inithwe is very funny to me in the sense of a champion as a whole. He looks great. He looks menacing. He doesn't hit that hard. I was trying to make a video on him a long time ago. I built him out the best I could on that account that I actually had this champion. I don't have him personally, and I just couldn't get any damage out of this guy. He just wasn't hitting enough. So what this guy will be getting is his Tormenting Whispers. His A3 skill will be actually getting a buff to its damage. We don't know exactly how much buff. They just say they just told us damage increased on the skill. I guess that's enough. I mean, it's cool that he's got the block revive on every one of his skills, but the thing is, it would have been nice if he had something else just to amplify his damage, because he's strictly a killer, right? He's here and meant to be killing the enemies and keeping them down. So having really high multipliers would have been great, especially on his A2 skill, and A1 skill would have been much more viable for him. So his A3 will be getting a boost. We don't know exactly the boost that he will be getting, if he's going to be on par with other void nukers, but we'll just have to see when the time comes. Right, and then finally, not a nuker getting changed is going to be Shirimani. So Shirimani is a support kind of champion force this time, not a void champion getting changed. Everything that she has is getting changed. So the A1 will actually now have a 25% chance to freeze instead of a 15% chance. It's a little bit better, nothing too crazy, I would say personally. It's good that they didn't add this as a another book here that would have been a nerf, or they could have included it here. But it's 25% chance to freeze on her A1 3 times at random hit. Nothing too crazy. Her A2 will be getting its cooldown reduced to 4 turns when booked, so this is a solid heal coming. And again, her A3 will also be getting its cooldown reduced to 4 when booked. So overall, it's a buff for all of these 3 champions. We didn't get any more information, but it's nice to know that they're addressing some of the champions that have been left behind, especially the more, the original champions that were in the game. So Shirimani was one of the few that were at the start when I was playing. The same thing, I think, with Ethos and Inithwe. I don't think they were added like after I started playing. I think they were in there before that. That being said, let's have a look at the champion that's gonna be the reward for the fusion. Here he is. It's gonna be Gaius the Gleeful. I'm so excited about this guy. I've read his kit multiple times. He's got an aura, increase ally attack in all battles by 25%. It's gonna be a Night Rev magic champion. Okay, so he's gonna have issues with the force champions against him, but other than that, I think he's gonna be great. All right, A1 attacks one enemy 2 times, extra turn if the attack kills an enemy. That's great. Especially great for Dark Fae boss. If you're looking for a champion for the Dark Fae rotation that gets an extra turn, you can actually reset your cooldowns through that and actually make it work. Although his overall kit is a bomb kit, which doesn't work on the Dark Fae boss. He just has it there, and it should be pretty good, right? A2 attacks all enemies, 75% chance to place asleep, then 75% chance to place 2 bombs debuffs on each enemy that detonate after 2 turns. So this is very specific because you also apply the sleep debuff. Okay, so the sleep debuff will basically keep them occupied for 1 turn, and then on the next turn they will die, because this is a 2-turn detonation duration. That's the way that you'll be able to control the fight a little bit with the sleep debuff, similarly to what Prince Karma has. So another good thing about the sleep debuff, and I'm not sure if it works with the bombs, is that when you have a sleep debuff on an enemy and you have this mastery right here, you do 12% more damage. But I'm not 100% sure if it works with bombs. Okay, we know for sure that bombs have amplified damage against targets with a stone skin set on. So this would be an additional way to get some damage if it works. The bad thing is that he'll need accuracy for this to land, and of course high attack, because that's the way that you get the bombs to do some solid damage, not only against stone skin but on enemies without a stone skin set, because stone skin is pretty much easy to drop with the bombs because it does multiple times more damage compared to a normal target having bombs on them. That being said, let's look at his A3 Explosive Wit. 5-turn cooldown, attacks one enemy 2 times. The first hit instantly detonates all bomb debuffs on the target. The second hit will ignore all unkillable buffs on the target. I really love this one. So ideally you'll have this guy do his A2. He'll sleep the enemies. Okay, that's ideal. Sleep the enemies. Then he'll apply the bombs, and then you'll go with your A3 on the next turn. They'll be slept, so you won't actually be damaged, ideally, by the enemy team. It really depends on what the enemy team has. Let's say Leorius will kick your ass because he has that annoying A2, all right? This A3, first hit instantly detonates all bomb debuffs. So if it's a stone skin target, that's boom, dead, gone. The second hit will ignore all unkillable buffs on the target. Again, that's pretty good for targets in arena which have the swift parry set. So it's not only a way to eliminate a specific target who is slept, but it does have the buff debuffs, but it's also a way to kill off a swift parry proc, which is the unkillable buff on the target that has the swift parry set. That being said, if that wasn't enough, look at this. When attacked, has a 30% chance of placing a bomb debuff on the attacker that detonates after 2 turns, occurs once per hit. I really like this one. It's gonna be great for the Bommel boss. I think this will help a ton of players out there with the Bommel boss. Unfortunately, Bommel is force, so you'll have that going for there. And he's also attack based, so he can't really solo Bommel by his own, but in a team where he'll be hit and be placing the bombs on the Bommel boss, then I think it's gonna be a fun way to bring the boss down. 30% chance, occurs once per hit, pretty solid, right? Instantly detonates all bomb debuffs on all enemies whenever the champion is killed. This is again pretty solid. I don't think we have another champion like so. We have champions that do apply bombs when they die. We don't have champions that apply a detonation to the bombs when they die. So it's basically, if the enemy team, let's say you sleep them and you apply the bombs, if the enemy team attacks you and kills this guy, Gaius, because they have like an AoE attacker, or they forget that this passive exists, then they'll basically be killing themselves if they don't have a cleanse. So in arena, I think he's gonna be forcing players to rethink their actions, and I think he's gonna be a good champion to have to add to your roster. Of course, it's gonna increase our desire now to get gear which is specifically aimed at bomber champions. I only have one set of good gear for, no, I've got 2 sets, one for my Astrolith and one for my Lord Shazar, but this guy, he's gonna definitely deserve a solid set. I would love to see a good force bomb champion. I think we don't have one that's a force. I think what is War Mother? Is War Mother a force? Can't remember. I don't even have her. No, she's magic. She's again good as a nuker, as a bomb nuker, but not so much as this guy. This guy will be the top, even better I think than Lord Shazar, just because of everything that his kit has. Lord Shazar doesn't really have much going to his kit compared to this guy in terms of bombs and what bombs do. All right, the bomb champions need more love, I think, within the game, and I would like some more support type champions for nuker, for bomb nukers. That would be great. Right, this was the video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.